Hello, everyone. This is Mary Akuamoah-Boateng once more again. Today, we are here to talk about episode 3 coronavirus, what you should be doing to protect yourself, what you should be doing to protect your neighbors around you, and everything you need to know, just so that you don't pass on the virus from one person to the other. Safety is the key. All right, let's get started. We have a lot to learn about this virus and how to protect ourselves. We are encouraged to wash our hands 20 seconds, use tissues to cover our nose each time we're coughing, or our elbows to cough. And then if we cough with our hands or because we touch things with our hands to avoid our face, which is something I find it. So, Miss Dorothy, what should I do to protect myself and others, really?
Okay, so as you can see here, it's broken down into four main steps. Wash your hands with soap and water thoroughly and often. Cough and sneeze into your sleeve or tissue. Dispose of the tissue immediately and wash your hands. Keep your surfaces clean and disinfected, and stay home when you are sick.
So, going back to the tissue, I can't put the tissue in my pockets?
No, dispose of it right away.
Wash my hands properly.
Okay, so hand washing, you can either use hand sanitizer or soap and water, but you will use soap and water if your hands are visibly dirty.
Okay.
So if you cough, you're supposed to cough in your elbow or your upper arm. But if you forget yourself and you cough in your hand and you can see that your hands are visibly soiled, you have to go and use soap and water. Hand sanitizer will not work. And as you can see with the diagram, there are spots where we neglect. So with our fingertips, our thumb, in between our fingers are some of the areas that we miss. So 15 to 20 seconds is how long you're supposed to be washing your hands, whether it's with hand sanitizer or soap and water. And make sure that you're focusing on these areas and covering all of those areas.
Okay, wow. A lot of areas to sneezing etiquette. What do you recommend?
Like I said, you have to make sure that you're covering your mouth and nose with a tissue. If you don't have a tissue available, make sure you're cuffing in your upper sleeve or your elbow, not your hand. But if you must, use your hand. Again, hand wash. Throw the used tissues in a wastebasket right away and wash your hands.
All right. Cleaning. I know we emphasize cleaning always. Lysol cleaning, everything cleaning. What do you recommend?
Yeah. So with cleaning, like we talked about in the previous episode, metal surfaces is where a lot of these viruses thrive on. So we have to make sure that we're paying particular attention to those surfaces. So cleaning your doorknobs, make sure that you are using disinfectant, whatever kind that you have available to you. Make sure you're doing that. In addition to your routine cleaning services, make sure that you're cleaning the ones that we have frequent contacts with. So like our bathtubs, our doorknobs, the rails, because we use it for support, and all those areas that we're using often.
Yes.
So your TVs, make sure you're disinfecting those too, because we're touching them up, our remotes, and those areas as well. Elevator buttons are important too, if we're using elevator. And yeah, if you don't have those available, make sure that you're always washing your hands.
So for some people who live in the condominiums, apartment complexes, I think this pertains a lot to them where, you're using public handrails, you're turning on light switches, or you're pressing elevators. So continuously wash your hands all the time and making sure if you are the one cleaning, you're using good cleaning. Now, we are at Presby Church and we don't want to say because of the virus we are unable to come to church. So, what are some things we should start thinking or doing when we come to church?
Yes, so our specific church has sanitizers in the front before you enter the church.
Yes.
It has sanitizers. Make sure that you're pumping enough so you can wash your hands for at least 15 to 20 seconds before and after greeting someone. Now we're talking about greeting someone using alternate forms of greeting. No hugs or handshakes. Wave and smile. Just a simple wave and smile is good. But if you must shake someone's hand, make sure that you wash your hands before and after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
we have to make sure that this will pertain to our cleaning, our janitorial team, clean common areas that we talked about before, and our microphones.
Oh, wow.
Which is where a lot of these things can actually be passed on, because a lot of people use the microphones.
Yes.
We have to make sure that we're disinfecting the microphones. If you're coming to use a microphone, use sanitizer before and after handling it. And I'm going to mention also with sharing the microphones, because right now you would have like maybe one mic and you have a group of people sharing it. I will recommend that we have one person per mic, and if it's a group, one person will be using the mic, the rest will be behind the person and be singing to back the person. So that's what I recommend. With communion, we have to have prepackaged communions. Make sure that our elders are washing their hands before and after handling the communion. Us as church members have to make sure that we are washing our hands before we're putting the communion into our mouth.
That's right. That is true. So let's say I feel a little maybe headache, little sick, but not really sick. Should I come to church?
Do not come to church. Absolutely do not come to church if you are feeling even a little bit unwell. And protect yourself and protect others. And the reason why I say that is that, like we said before, it can take 2 to 14 days for you to see real symptoms, right? So you might be carrying it and not know that you have it.
That's true. Very true. So what should I do if I experience any symptoms right now?
If you're concerned that you may be exposed to it or you're experiencing symptoms, you can contact the telehealth at 1-866-797-0000. Again, 1-866-797-0000. Or go to your primary healthcare provider and they will go from there. Stay at home and avoid any physical contact with people. And you should drink a lot of water, get a lot of rest, and take a nice hot shower. It helps.
That's something I. Well, thank you so much, Miss Dorothy,
Thank you
because
too.
now we know how to protect ourselves.
Mhm.
We know if we're coming to church, we are to make sure we use the hand sanitizers at all the doors
Yep.
before you enter the congregation. And if you, in case, forgot to, not shake hands and you shake someone's hands, make sure you wash your hands
Yes.
continuously with soap because it becomes very important. And then also making sure you wave at people. And for our singers, our people who go to the podium, who uses the mic, make sure you sanitize before and after. And so we're encouraging everyone to stay healthy, stay in good shape, exercise, eat well, drink lots of fluid. I know my mom is going to make some pepper soup. So enjoy those, but just make sure you stay hydrated at all times. Thank you so much for staying with us for this talk about coronavirus. We look forward to seeing you at church coming soon.